Magnetic, not electric. Magnetic. Magnetic make my fucking system vibrate, look. It's what they'd done yesterday. Now they got to me. Now I can't sleep. And that's above this, look. See, that's even worse. Whatever, they ran them cables yesterday and they're doing it to a dodgy earth. And you know I'm full of it. I'm full of that shit. That's just coming in on the earth. Right, everyone need to know this. Optogenetics is how they get you. The software of life, which is the hack of your body, use light. Purple light, green light. Look at this. This is... I bet there's... I ain't looked yet. There's a step-down transformer in there that make it to like 6 volts, 9 volts. So a couple of volts go across each. This here is a MOSFET. MOSFETs are used to switching frequencies on and off. Like that, really fast. Right? That have a gate driver. The gate driver go to the IC there. But look at this. See this say these are capacitors. But look how they're exactly 90 degrees out of phase. Now look. You'll see the 2 pins. The 2 pins there are used to beamform. So that by the frequency offset can beam. So that can hit you anywhere you want in your house. That way and that way. And then they can use them so they target you. This is why I keep getting targeted. I had 3 LED light bulbs go in a month. And I replaced them. And I got voltage coming down on the electric line, on the lights, even when the electric is switched off. I'm getting like 2,000 volts on the line. This is this is how they're targeting people. And I know how to fix it. We can put a capacitor in a breach, get rid of this, join it over so that can't switch no more. Just put a capacitor there. So if they try and flick frequency, the capacitor will take it up and smooth it out. So you've got to use a smoothing capacitor to smooth out the electric. So if they try and pulse it, your capacitor has got to smooth that pulse out and make it steady on a DC. So then you got like a DC. You ain't got PWM, pulse width modulation. This is what all the lampposts are doing. And this is why them things are on the top of the lampposts and they can target people. This is why I keep getting target and they fuck with me. Look at the pins there. These 2 pins can go and that make a beamform direct energy weapon. So everyone in their house is getting hit if they're like me with direct energy weapons from these lights. And that's why I had 3 go within a month. None of that is needed. None of it. None of all this is needed. None of what you just need a step down transformer. And you probably don't even need a capacitor. A step down transformer. These are diodes, which mean only DC AC. They rectify AC to DC. So these in themselves could be a bridge rectifier. Because all you need is a bridge rectifier. But they could act as a bridge rectifier. So all you need is a step down transformer. This is why they're targeting people. And them pins there, 90 degrees out of phase, if you can see them. The yellow blocks, these blocks here, they are pins. Why do you need pins, do you think? Why do you know what? They're not a capacitor. These are pins protruding out. Because they're antennas to beamform 5G. And that's why there's getting voltage on the electric grid lines. Because of these. Because they're using them to target me. And that's why I keep getting targeted and all that ching, 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 with this flicking. You can't see LED lights flicker. You cannot see it. Because they flicker too fast for your eyes to see it. You can't see stages at 25 seconds. 25 milliseconds. 25 frames a second, yeah? Whatever that work out to. Your eyes can't see 25 frames a second. So if this bulb flickered at 25 frames a second, you'd just see a plain light. This can do down at nanoseconds. for the nanotechnology. These can be millimeter wave 5G antennas, and that's all run on the grid. That's why I can get up to 2,000 volts on a ground on the lights, and then I get really high magnetic energy, and this is what's doing it. High magnetic energy, and this is how they're targeting me. And they're now installing new fucking wires going across where my room is, because every app on my phone is firewalled apart from a couple, so that they can't use. None of the spyware is working on my phone, so they're up the ante, and they've had to go and run cables to update all the phone line systems, because I'm in an NHS hostel place. So now they're targeting me because all my ports and IP addresses are barred by default apart from the ones I want. So they use this. I had 3 LED bulbs go in a month. People couldn't deny it because they see the LED bulbs go. This is why. And this is why only me in the whole place had LED bulbs go. 2 in the ceiling and 1 in my lamp in the course of a month. Well, everyone needs to see them pins. See them pins? Pin there, pin there. No need to be there. It's not a capacitor. That is not a capacitor where it says C4. That is beamforming antenna, I'm telling you. And this is a MOSFET for PWM. And this is how they're controlling. They can do that from satellite to your mains grid line, or your smart meter to your mains grid line. And then they can use this by packet dropping or anything onto the mains line, and then bam, they've got full control in your house. And this is why people are fucking dying, because of this shit. So people need to know that. I'm making a police complaint today. I was going to do it anyway, and I thought optogenetics, I know because that's the software life hack, and I've known all the while, and this is why people are getting sick and dying. And this is why some people are getting targeted and saying I'm being targeted and other people don't. Because this is controlled to just target you. So anyone else in your house ain't getting targeted. Oh, so you're stupid. No, I am getting targeted. No, you're stupid. I'm alright. Well, it don't matter if you're alright. If you got cancer and I ain't, I'm alright. So you ain't got cancer. No, it's not true. This is how they're targeting people. This and smart meters. Get rid of your smart meter. Get these fucking LED bulbs used to a capacitor. So if they try and use flicker rate on and off, that don't work. Because the capacitor will smooth that current out. So that they're smooth. Even if they put flickers on the grid, spikes, that ain't got to make no difference. Because the light ain't got to flicker on and off. This is how they're controlling people. This is why people are full of filaments, and this is why all they keep doing is spraying everywhere the filaments and the Morgellons and all the rest of it. I've had to take this out. I knew they were getting me through the lights as well. But sometimes you don't want to look through knowing the truth. Sometimes it's best not to know the truth. And there it is. Them 2 pins there. 90 degrees out of phase, 4 pins, beamform anywhere you are in your fucking house. As soon as you walk into the next room, the other one pick you up. Boom, 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 boom. Go out, another one pick you up. Boom, 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 boom. And then one part of your body's targeted always. So they can fucking suicide you with ease. Look how red these screens are. And everyone's got the thing burnt in them. The red, like pink, is burnt into the screens. And look how red everything is. Orange, well, pink. Look. There's some pictures. Look how square that is. Look at all the chips. The ribbons, the chips. Look how big this fibre was. This is from my head. And then you see all the chips on there. Look at all the circuitry there. 2 green dots on a square. Look, a green and a yellow dot. 2 yellow dots, a yellow dot. 2 deep greens. See the colours? That's how they communicate with colour. That's how your DNA and all that communicate as well. Using light. What we get from the sun, and our body absorbs lots of light, and they're stealing it off us. Look at the circuitry in them. Look at it. That's not a reflection of light. That is how it is. Look, the colours and the chips. Look, green and yellow. And if you look, you always see squares. Squares, pyramids, cubes. No, that must colour match, because look at that green, that blue, that blue. That one don't match, the green and yellow. The yellow do. Look. It's just building and building, are scaring me. See that? Perfect square and depth, look. And the 3 things come off, and then the colours. Look at that cube, square. Squares. This is coming out of the ribbons. Look, the massive ribbons. They're getting big. Look, all the colours. Look, where they line up. Look, self-assembling going on. Look at all that, look. You have to really study pictures. See the square, look how square that is. In the corner. See them 2 lights, 4 lights, square, dead square, look. See that chip there, a cube, where the things come off, and this is all coming in the ribbons. There's a ribbon, look. And the ribbons always have 2 edges. And then look at that light cube there, the cube there, next to it. The cube behind it, the rectangle there, the rectangle there. You see how that is? Look, you see us like a circuit ribbon, and us building the chips, look. On the ribbon, and us all connected on the ribbon. Look, this is a hair follicle. That's how thick a hair is. And look at the cube there, look. Purple, yellow and white, blue. See it? Changed colour. There's a good picture of the ribbons, look. Just look carefully, man. Look, there's a white cube. There's a dark cube underneath it. There's like resistor shapes. And there's the ribbon, look. And on the ribbon going up, you see there a square, look, a square. And then you see all the circuitry going up, another square, another rectangle like a resistor or a capacitor, capacitor, chips. And then there, look, square, there, and then you see a light, and then you see like a resistor or a capacitor, and then down there is a perfect, like just off square, look, rectangle. And then if you look deeper, you see smaller ones, look. There's loads of them, look. That's like one big circuit board. This is what I took today. Look how it all lighting up. I have hair follicles with more than this on. This is the ribbon. This is when I do it out of focus. That's why you see it purple. But it show you the light, and then I do it focus the other way. See, look, there's the ribbon. You see the two edges, look. They're like the wire. How they connect. And then look, along it. That's like a ribbon of circuits. Look at that big... Look how big that is. Look. There. And then you see like the pin contacts. Look. And then there's another cube there. And then it go up along and down. And then beside it is like a resistor. And then you see like a fibre optic. And then you see more chips and circuitries. Look. This is a ribbon from my skull. These are not fibres. And look at the colour. That used light. D-wave machine this connect to. And this is what I think the CERN connection is. And the Pentagon. Because they use the Pentagon and CERN are particle physics. What is it if this isn't particle physics? And coherent matter and self-assembling nanotech. And programmable matter. Look how big that chip is. Look. That's like a watch. But these are thinner than a hair. And they're not stopping. They look like they're getting bigger. When does it... Do you know what I mean? Does it take over you? And do I end up like a fucking zombie? See? Massive ribbons. Look. Look at that. Look. Look at all the circuitry on it. People, you talk to people trying to explain it, and they do want to take me off mental health fucking pills. And it's like they're just taking the piss. Look at the colours, the lights. Because that's their ignorance. What's stopping me getting help? Look, square, there. The lights. No, you could show people, and look, there's the ribbon. See the ribbon? That's like hair flakes, like dandruffy flakes. Hydrogel. And then I assemble all this in there, look. You can see it all. It's one big ribbon, self-assembled ribbon. Look at it, the size of it. And that's a different focus, but look. You see there? There's a chip there. And you see the contacts. You see the lights. Because they all connect by lights, look. Like colour matching. That's how it do it. That's how it know to connect. It's like fucking colours, innit? Like one red go to red, yellow go to yellow. But look at the intricate, whatever you call it. Intricate? I think so. The detail in it. And if you look really carefully, you see the tiny ones that people don't see, but I do. I only have to see clear fluid and I see the chips. Like in this. Look, there's one, that white one, look. You just see the pale colour. You see it there, pale colour. These are, do you know what I mean? People would not see them. I got one in my finger. People can't see it. There. You just see the dark colour. People don't look though. I can see it and they just look at you like you're daft. I'm sick of it. I am sick of trying to explain it to people. And they're using the technology. They're accusing you of mental health. Well, they're doing real-time surveillance on you. Like social services and that do real-time. Look at that pyramid, look. It's a pyramid. The ribbon. The hair follicle, look. You can see a chip square on the end, look. See that? And that light. Look, there's a square on the end of the hair follicle. The chip is right on the end of it. Look, all them lights are circuitry. And that's being built. That's the cleanest hair I've seen off my head without going all the way along it. Because I go all the way along it. See, this is, you don't see it, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's a bigger one there, there's an oval one there. That, like, if you look, people don't look. They are everywhere. This is full of them, look. But people don't see it. I used to see them. There's a cube there. There's a square there. There's a bit of a whatever there. They're all in there, look. Little one there. They get smaller and smaller, in it. Do you know what I mean? I don't just stop there. People don't see it. They just look at an overall picture. Look at that square in there, look, on this corner. Look, just above my finger. And there. Look, see? People look at this and think that, oh no, that's a fibre from your clothes. Well, what's the light doing then? People think that's a me problem, but I can promise you that's their problem as well. They're either too weak to fight back mentally. Look, square there, square next to it there. You see the contacts come off. Programmable matter. This is grown with bacteria that can grow chips like a spider lace silk. See, look at this gel. That is rammed full of circuitry. And this is what I shed. This is what other people shed. But they just can't see it. Just because you can't see it don't mean it's there. I'm lucky that I can see any of it. That's only because it's been built out to quite big. But you think this is nanotechnology. They go, well, you look alright. And you think, for fuck's sake, that's nanotechnology. Do you know what that is? Yeah, I can't see it. You look alright. I'm lucky I can see it. I didn't need to see it. I knew it before I even see it. I knew that surveillance. I just didn't quite understand it. Look, another ribbon, look. See that? And then chips. And look, I want to know what that red thing is. Because I get them as well. I don't know if that's a bit of blood skin. But I get them sometimes. I want to know what they are. See, look, can you see the chips in there in the white gel there? There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. They're all, look, there's chips on the fibre, chips, the light chips, another fibre optic chips. And then these white fibres grow through your skin and they look like hairs, but they're not hair. And I keep saying I got a hair that's not human going through me. I got these white hairs what other people ain't got. That's the more proper Morgellons. Look, see? Both outside of each one. Chips, look. And then colour code. Chips, look. See? And that's transparent fibre. Well, I sort of, that look orangey on there, but see that one? The other one looked green. See? That's it now. You see that though? You read too much, I get from my mum. Everyone drives me nuts. Because, like, how can you forget about it? It's still growing in me. Forgetting about it ain't got to help it, is it? If something's growing inside of you, is forgetting about it not helping? Is that helping you to forget about it? Or keep going on about it? Or people don't want to hear about it? Mental health put like 15 minutes to get to me. An hour with me. 15 minutes back. Then they have to write up all their report about my paranoia delusions. And they have to write everything up. That I got paranoid delusions. I should stay on this mental health fucking pill. Blah, blah, blah. And like, I send them links. I send doctors pictures. And that's like, my mum said, well, they don't understand. It's too complicated. And I say to my mum, Mum, when I was a baby, I had a box. The box had holes in it. One was a circle, one was a square, one was a triangle. And I said the square goes in the square hole that don't fit in the others. The circle go in the circle hole. And the triangle go in the triangle hole. I said that's how complicated that is. You can see a square. You know squares in nature. You can see the circuitry. You can see the lights coming off it. I could show you the cubes. But then that's me who's got the illness. The mental health illness, not this illness. This is a delusion, what I'm showing you. It's not real. I don't know what I'm really showing you, but it's not real, apparently. I'm just sick of it. And then I keep getting new ones. And I have to explain my mental health again. And I say, I want to cut down on this mental health. Because I don't need it. They say I refuse mental health treatment. No, I do not need mental health treatment. I need to be in a place where EMF is low. Can't you get that? I need low EMF. I get radiation sickness because of all this. And the fungi cause roots, the white fibre filament. And that hold electric and magnetic electric. And that's why I've been showing with my EMF meter. Because that is used, the electromagnetic, because there's both. There's volts a meter squared and there's magnetic energy. There's both. And they charge up your body like a battery. It's exactly like a battery, your body. And that's why sports players, when they run, they're short-circuiting and having heart attacks. Plus the veins are being restricted. I'm not denying that. But I'm saying they're short-circuiting. That's why the high athletes are having it done, because they've got all this in their body and it build up a charge. But look at the chip on the end of that. Right, now let me show one thing before I go. I fix drones. I fly drones, yeah? So this is how complicated it is, that anyone who's in a medical can now put it together, alright? I'm going to make it simple for them. What that? That is a flight controller of a drone, yeah? Can you see the squares? The square is the square. Can you see the same? You see the square. You see the rectangles. You see the voltage regulators. You see the MOSFETs, the switches, the capacitors. And that's the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have small things, look. The same. A square. Oh, look, it's got pins on it as well, that one. The ribbons and that, and the squares. They're just clumped together on a ribbon. What grow on a ribbon. That's a pyramid. Look, you see the squares in there, look. Square, 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 square. That square's laid over top of that square. The squares, this is computer components or flight controller. It also is electronics. It also is undistinguishable from each other. That, the squares, this, the squares. So my mum said they don't understand, and this is why I'm angry. This is what makes me really angry, because I show them it and they do not look. And then they deny that I don't understand what a chip is. Even though everyone's now Bluetooth chip. You see that? You see the chips? I'm sorry I'm being I'm being arrogant, but I'm just showing people their chips. This is a circuit board, electrical through it. Well, these are the same. The ribbons collect the energy from the fungi and the cross-domain bacteria. And that's a lot of fungi. That's called chitosan. It holds electricity like a neural network of fungi. Because fungi connect to all the fungi underground. That's a big neural network. How our brain work. We was probably fungi. We was a neural network. And adapted. This is no different. That make a neural network. There's people out there in the millions upon millions with fur on their faces, really fine hairs. And they probably think that's just aging. No, it's not. It is a fungi. If people look at their body, they will see body hair, and then they'll see fine red orangey or fine hairs, finer than the human hair. And that's like the nanowires. That's nanowires. And then you see thick hair, white fibre hair, and it can be hollow or it can be semi-hollow, cloaking. And that rarely stick out, and that's sort of like cloaking. But you can see the chips, man. And you see it going all the way over. It has a big ribbon out of my head. And this has been going on for over 3 years. 3 years. No, more than that. 2018. I showed this stuff growing in my cheeks. White ones, not these colour. They were white. And my doctor said they were normal. And I said I was getting creepy crawlies under the skin. What I found out is Morgellons. Morgellons I got in my medical records about 100 times. Me keep telling them I got Morgellons. I even showed us exosomes. Is Morgellons, is exosomes, transfection, probably why they care about transhumanism, transfection, transgender, and all this genderphobe shit. Because they're trying to predictive program on the trans. And these use light, D-wave machine, connect. All big pharma use D-wave, either at CERN, which is particle physics, and nuclear. And this is nuclear as well, NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance. So it can see on like a cellular level, atomic level in your body. And then it uses photon spin when it go around like that. And then it blasts a magnetic field at you. So that all line up one way, 90 degrees. So that'll be 90 degrees from coming in the side that way. So all your photons of the atom will spin like that, spintronics, and then they'll blast it so it spin up, and then as it relaxes, that give off a frequency signature, which I can show millions of frequencies in my body, from down at 0.1 hertz all the way up. 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, 0.8, 0.9, 1 hertz, 1.1 hertz, 1.2 hertz. And you see these spikes going like that, and they're so thin, like a pencil thin, sharp pencil thin, on a frequency analyzer. They're just and they go like that, whoa, 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 whoa. And that even tell you your pH of your body, like at 7 or something, and that's nuclear magnetic resonance. Well, I play with chips, so I work with circuitry. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's like trying to tell an electrician that's not a circuit. That's a circuit. Whatever it is a circuit, innit? You know, you understand that's a circuit? Well, that's a camera and it's taking SD, that one. So it must have come off another drone. But you can see that's a circuit. It's a triangle. It's a rectangle. It's a square. It's a capacitor. It's a resistor. It's a voltage regulator. And this is all the same. That's just on a ribbon. But it used colour instead of wires. That used 2 carrying wires, which soak into the hydrogel. The hydrogel get the electric charge and the voltage differential, which is stealing your light energy as well. And this give off light. So not only is it messing with your electromagnetic part of your body, which is so sensitive and important, like Schumann resonance and all the rest of it. See, there's a really good one there, look. Tell me they're not the same. Any idiot could do that. I could teach my daughter that is a chip and to recognise them. You don't need AI to know that's that, do you? Look, please, man, please. Doctors need to get with the real program, not with this program, and start helping people. Chips, man, thousands of them. Stop denying it and stop. All they keep doing is want to give you mental health pills because, oh, you got to go through some moving, and they just put you off, and you think they're just fucking buying their time till I'm dead. That's how I feel. They're just buying time. Everything is just like dragged out, and they just know that I'm gonna die. And I hope if I die, they get sued. And I've already said they cut out my body. And I want my foster brother to have it where he go. Look, see, square. You tell me these are made in the body. The body make this? I don't think so. You're telling me this is a hair from a top what come out of my skin, out of my skull, was scraped out of my skull hard. You see the square on the end of that? I'm just fed up with it. Why should I have to keep suffering because people can't handle the truth? Whose fault is that? Is it my fault for this happening to me? I didn't ask for this. I didn't get the vaccine. They sectioned me under Section 3 and then forced me to have a swab or stay in my room, even though I told them what was on it then. And they sectioned me for actually telling them what's going on. You see, I told them what's going on before the jab come out, I think. They just started lockdown. And so I contacted the NHS saying a surveillance system and all that, because I've been targeted since 2016. Everything was done to me deliberately. You see, they're just circuits, look. How can you not see that? How can you not? Look, this is all the fibrous stuff. How can you not see that? Seriously. Look at it all. And it's still growing in me. I don't know how to get rid of it. I take EDTA. I do everything. I put EDTA up my ass sometimes. But that ain't getting that out of my skull. I'm going to start making more of a cream. But I don't think I'm going to get rid of this. I really don't. I think I'm going to end up MK Ultra'd and then probably in a courtroom because they made me do something stupid. Just remember, if I do something stupid, that's not my fault. They've done it to me. And if I get suicided, I'm not suicidal neither. Because I'd take this all the way to the court if I could get a lawyer or try and explain it when that's just too complicated to explain. Well, they think it's stupid. But Circle's responsible for this bit because that was a swab, RT-qPCR. After all the swab, all chips coming out of my face, which is in my Google Drive. So I could show all of it. And Google even spam my file up with all my links to videos and other people's videos and mine. What I've all got direct links, so they're not phishing links because they're direct, like rumble.com or Google Drive or YouTube's. And even though they're direct links, they're linked as this is like that flag up a warning so people don't open it. Even though it's linked to a Google Drive, drive.google or whatever. So they're saying their own system ain't safe, basically. To censor it so people don't open it. That is rammed full of chips.